Um, I have one link I want to show, and this is something that, well, let me say, welcome back, Quantum Show. Do I sound like third phase yet? Welcome back, everybody. Hey, I'm going to go through. Hey, Renee, Diane, Samantha, Intergalactic Angler, bleh, sorry. LA, Samantha, I think I said you, Diane. Yeah, I know I said Angler, Samantha, Dorothy, get better, lady. The Quantum needs you as well as the rest of the Mystic YouTube channels. We all need you. Hey, Pinky, what's up? Okay, looks like most everybody who's going to be here is here, and if anybody shows up, they'll be welcome too. But everybody hit. Hey, Paula Faust, welcome back. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. I don't recall seeing you here past few weeks. I know it's a late show. Thanks for coming by. We're talking the Vatican and what they're talking about ufology. Now, this time, what they're talking about aliens, not everything, because they've got their hands into the alien culture from way back. It's just not talk. They don't talk about it. Oh no, don't talk about it. Hey, Paula. Okay, and there is one I'm going to show this article. It is a CNN thing, so it's not a video. And I wanted to share the new guidelines, and we'll just go over them. Right? Let me get myself out the picture. Sorry if my voice is a little messed up. Upper respiratory stuff. And it is Vatican releases new guidance for alleged supernatural phenomena. And this is from CNN on WRAL News. I don't know who WRAL is, and that's weather somewhere. Okay, let me just go through it. Vatican has tightened up its guidance on recognizing supernatural. I've never read this. Supernatural phenomena such as apparitions of the Virgin Mary and seemingly blood-soaked crucifixes. That's not very alien sounding. The new guidelines replace rules drawn up in 1978. This is Amy went over this. Rich went over this. This was mainly about possessions and exorcisms. Don't do independent bishops and consult the Vatican. Yeah, flock, maintain your illusion of authority and come to us because we're your boss. Yeah, swift spread of claims of apparitions online. Sounds like Project Bluebeam to me, honestly. Released on Friday. Faster decisions are respecting popular devotion. I'm reading down here. When it comes to go away. Never mind. I can't do that with this browser. Which can include the appearance of stigmata and purported miracles. Y'all, this is a quantum show, and we see miracles all the time. We see things that defy physical explanation all the time. I'm not going to the Vatican over it. As a rule, bishops and churches, this is for the sheep people of the Catholic Church. Yeah, sorry, not sorry. Though that's what they do. And if you're one of them, I'm sorry, and also not sorry. Yeah, I said it here. To think for yourselves. If you're watching the Quantum Show, then you have, first of all, you're meant to be here, and you don't need to be told right from wrong, etc. Okay, yeah, sometimes you need some extra backup for some weird stuff that happens, but not all the time, because hell, if you're here and you're listening to me, you don't need extra backup. You are the extra backup. That when stuff goes down, they call us. Okay. The head of the DDF, Cardinal Victor Manuel Fernandez, I don't know what DDF is right now, told reporters that often these events have led to great richness of spiritual fruits, growth in faith, devotion, fraternity, and service in some cases. They've given rise to shrines throughout the world that are at the heart of many people's piety to popular piety. What a term. Okay. All right. I'm going to just skim down. However, on to add some alleged events which derive from the pursuit of power, fame, social recognition, or other personal interests may harm the faithful, potentially even to the extent of exerting control over people or out abuses. Yeah, that's kind of. I'm not going to say anything, but uh, the Catholics know all about that. Oh, I said it. Yeah, I said it. And sure, whatever. Who hasn't said it? Oh, Catholics. Oh no, they've said it too. And I'm looking for bishops will generally be expected to issue a nihil obstat, which will worship, but will leave open the issue of formal recognition of supernatural activity to the Vatican. However, Fernandez said that this recognition would be very exceptional. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. We're done with that because I don't need it. So, what they're basically saying, uh, hey, Pinky, don't know what you're posting. It looks like specs for your video card or something or network. Oh, I don't know why there's an echo. I have one mic and that's it. Hey, Joe. So is there still an echo? Because it's not on my end. There's nothing I got on my end that's picking up sound. Okay, I left and came back. How do I sound? Thanks. I wasn't looking. Dang it. Yeah, the weather here is not so good. Little better. Okay. It's been storming here for 2-3 days, and that's the weather. I guess I'm not supposed to be talking about the Catholic Church, apparently. Speaking of which, okay. Hey, Paula, you're okay. I'm glad. Rachel, hey, OB2, you're back. Thank you. Um, you know what? If you're looking at YouTube, go to your settings and put me at 240p because my video is not so great anyway, right? If you're in YouTube, look at me, check your setting or put me in 240p because this is a radio show with a couple of visuals and it's all stuff I read. So whatever, right? So yeah, speaking of don't talk about the Catholic Church, right? I was you guys know I got my spirit guide, okay? And I don't know, she lets me get really close to screwing up and then she like pulls me back. Okay, well, I was trying to talk to her about this and I was trying to talk to her about the thing where they said where the rumor is aliens are demons. And she says, "Don't do that. Talk about don't just mind your own business." I was like, "What?" Okay. Yeah, basically, and I took a note here. Told basically to mind my own business. This is when it happened. Uh, mind my own business quite forcefully. Quite forcefully. Yeah. Hey, Woo Rider DG, what's up? Oh, they're doing another one on Thursday. Vatican is holding a conference soon on all things. I think you mean paranormal. They released a statement Thursday. Oh, they released. Yeah, that's what. Let me see if I can find it again. I had it, but for some reason I didn't save it. Right. I'm looking. Hold up, y'all. And all I could find is like mainstream news, but this, I guess that's what we got, right? Oh, okay. Here we go. Catholic Church in England and Wales. I can do this one. I like this one. All right, I'll go ahead and had one. No. Oh, come on. All right, I will. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm clicking. All right, let me see here. All right, I sound good. Let's see. All right, let me close that. Thank you. And found it. Let me just grab it. All right, now I will just go through and read this, right? Because I know nobody can read on my screen. Because set me at 240p because I'm all audio over here, right? Vatican releases new norms, from May 17th, yesterday. And this is from the Catholic Church Bishop Conference of England and Wales. They're a little more informed than we are, and they have less restrictions than we do. Okay. A new document from the Dicastery for the Doctrine of Faith, published Friday 17 May, has updated the norms for discerning alleged supernatural phenomena. Here we go. The norms come into force on Sunday, tomorrow, on Pentecost, but not now, not right now. They're still aliens until tomorrow. They're still aliens. They're not demons till tomorrow. Okay, no, I'm just joking. So nobody change the wording just yet. Wait till after Mass tomorrow. Detailed presentation by Cardinal Victor Manuel Fernandez, prefect for the dicastery. All these words. Followed by an introduction and 6 possible conclusions. Really? 6? Only 6? Keith's book's got more than 6 in there. As a rule, the church's authority will no longer be engaged to officially define the supernatural of a phenomenon. A process that can require large amounts of time to thoroughly study an event. Okay. They're trying. I listened to Amy and Rich talk about this. They're doing kind of what we're doing, weeding out fraudsters and people who are trying to take your money, snake oil salesmen and illusionists, people who are making stuff up, right? And saying, "Oh, give me money because I need to get rid of this thing in my house. I've got an angry dead guy." I'm reading. Link will be in the description after the show, right? And let me just go ahead and just say, right? Hopefully you didn't see the whole notes. It's the description. Okay, the document originates from the long experience of the last century. Case of local bishop happily declared a phenomenon of supernatural nature only for the Holy Office to express a decision later. They want to get everybody on the same page, at least in the case of right. And it used to be that you couldn't become possessed. You couldn't have an exorcism unless you were Catholic. I remember that. I was Catholic. Each event also required lengthy discernment periods. Oh my God. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition, y'all. The supernatural nature of the phenomenon. Okay, it's time that they give it. These time periods sometimes contrasted with the urgency to give pastoral responses for the good of the faithful. You have to be Catholic. If not, you go on the back of the waiting list. I'm not reading the chat. I'm reading this thing right now. Okay, and let's see. According to the normal church will exercise her duties. Oh, interesting way of putting that. According to the new norms, the church will exercise her duties of discernment based on the following. I like that they put in her. Here are the following criteria: whether signs of a divine action can be ascertained in phenomena that are alleged to be of supernatural origin, whether there is anything that conflicts with faith and morals in the writings or messages of those involved in the alleged phenomena in question, and whether it is permissible to appreciate their spiritual fruits, whether they need to be purified from problematic elements, or whether the faithful should be warned about potential risks, and D, whether it is advisable for the competent ecclesiastical authority to realize their pastoral value. God, it's like Catholic college, like the APA Catholic style ecclesiastical authority to realize their pastoral. Oh, give me a. Okay. Does it have anything to do with us? Yes, no, maybe. Yes, no, yes or no. Does it have anything to do with us? Oh, sorry. Okay. This is not that long, but it's okay. Here are the words for us, right? Oh, these are going to be great. Nihil obstat. Without, let me just highlight. Will it let me do that without the little stupid thing coming up? Nope. There we go. Nihil obstat. Without expressing any certainty about the supernatural authenticity of the phenomenon itself, many signs of the action of the Holy Spirit are acknowledged. The bishop is encouraged to appreciate the pastoral value and promote the dissemination of the phenomenon, including pilgrimages. Okay, I think that means, does it have to do with the church? Does it have to do with the church? And is there any pastoral value? I would like to know what that means for them. Pastoral value, right? And promote the dissemination of the phenomenon. Is it a miracle? Is it a fake? Is it blue beam? Is it somebody with a fancy projector from a cell phone? Okay, so that's nihil obstat. Pre oculus habitur. Although important, positive signs are recognized. Some aspects or confusion or potential risks are also perceived that require the diocesan bishop, oh my gosh, to engage in a careful yeah, this is not for regular people. Careful discernment and dialogue with the recipients of a given spiritual experience. If there were writings or messages, doctrinal clarification might be necessary. Oh man, this is like some stuff that you'd hear from the bottom of the castle, and it makes me want to say stuff like, "Go away, or I will insult you another time." You silly pup. Sorry, this is just too good. This is like all of it, just right. Oh, here's another one. Curator. Various or significant critical elements are noted, and the phenomenon is already spread widely, and verifiable spiritual fruits are connected to it. Therefore, a ban that could upset the faithful is not recommended. But the local bishop is not advised not to encourage the phenomenon. So if something happens, I say to interpret this, if something happens, don't ban it. Don't say like you will not do this, but don't encourage it. Let it play out because it's not hurting anybody, right? About it. Hey, all these words, man. I love it. It's so Monty Python. Submandato. The critical issues are not connected to the phenomenon itself, but to its improper use by people or groups, such as undue financial gain or immoral acts. The hoaxers, right? The Holy See, that's the local guys, I think, entrust the pastoral leadership of the specific place to the Diocesan. Oh my God, bishop or a delegate. Okay, Holy See would be the Vatican, right? And improper use by people or groups like get your stigmata napkins, right? They don't want that. They don't want special stigmata napkins. Stigmata cleanup kit, right? They don't want that. You heard it here on the Quantum Show. No, the stigmata cleanup kit. Okay. Oh my God, these words! Oh shoot, y'all! Prohibiture et obstru. Oh gosh, I don't. I can't. It's Italian, right? This is Italian, so I should be able to get this because it's like Latin based. Obstruer. I will just put that out there, right? Yeah, this needs to go. Oh my gosh. The computer tells me it is not right, but that is the word in the thing. Yeah, this okay, I'm back over here, right? Uh hey Tim, hey Raven, hey Joe. Okay. Stigmata cleanup kit. Yeah. Well, yeah, I know what diocese is, but it's obstruator? Obstruator? Okay, looking at the article again, right? Um, okay. They don't want people selling things like, the stigmata quick cleanup kit or, you know, promotional items for some kind of weird thing that's happening. Like they don't want, let's say, let's bring back to the United States, right? Um, they don't want the guy in Las Vegas, selling plaster casts of fake footprints from aliens in his backyard. Get it? You know what I mean? They don't want anybody doing that. They don't want not the guy, but anybody who saw it, heard about it. Like, what if we did that? What if Rich did that? What Amy did that? We would be the biggest like opportunists, shysters, right? And they don't want nobody, selling like giant alien pancakes from Florida. They don't want that. They don't want promotionals like that. If it was over here, over let's say stigmata cleanup kit, right? They don't want that. And promotional items like, well, let me see here. I bought I bought a lighter the other day. I don't know where it is. I didn't pick it. The lady on the register picked it, and it says Blink 182. I did not pick this lighter, right? I I can't even tell you a Blink 182 song uh right now, right? I did not choose this lighter. Okay, I did not choose this lighter. But let me bring it back up because we're not done with it yet. All right. They don't want to. They don't want people selling promotional items for like the stigmata cleanup kit or you know uh devil be gone spray by the Pope. Right? I don't want that. Okay. Probator of sure. Let me see here. Despite various positive, blah, 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 sorry, despite various positive elements, the critical issues and risks associated with this phenomena appear to be very serious. The dicastery asked the local bishop to offer a catechesis, catechesis that can help the faithful understand the reasons for the decision and reorient their legitimate spiritual concerns. How to get over it. That's what that means. How to adjust and get over it. Man, these guys are like putting Monty Python to shame. Declaratio de non supernaturalitate. Okay. Do I still have that word on the screen? I need to take that off. Okay. because, oh, whoops, not that. Back to it. The dicastery for the doctrine of faith authorizes the local bishop to declare that the phenomenon is found to be not supernatural based on concrete facts such as the confession of an alleged visionary means liar or credible testimonies of fabrication of the phenomenon. Lots of liars, and they're going to come up with procedures to follow. No one expected the Spanish, the Italian Inquisition. Procedures to follow. Oh my God. Boiling oil. Don't speak or we'll cut your tongue out with the clamps. Oh man. I'm sorry. It's just you can't ignore the history. Now it's jokes. I hope somebody tells Rich this stuff. What am I saying? No one expects the Italian ufology scene. Okay, let me go through positive and negative criteria. The document lays out several positive criteria to evaluate the alleged supernatural phenomenon. These include the credibility and good reputation of the persons who claim to be recipients of the events or to be directly involved, as well as, I'm skipping a few words, as well as the reputation of the witnesses who have been heard, doctrinal orthodoxy of the phenomenon, and any messages related to it, the unpredictable nature of phenomenon by which it is evident that it is not the result of initiative of people involved, and fruits of the Christian life. I think they mean Catholic life. Negative criteria involved: possibility of a manifest error, like a witness error, doctrinal errors like a misinterpretation, sectarian spirit that breeds division of the church. That doesn't mean that means the idea of you belong on the left side, I belong in the front, and that doesn't work. They don't want that, right? It still happens, but they don't want it. That is a sectarian spirit that breeds division. Overt pursuit of profit. Get your cleanup kits here. Power, fame, social recognition, TikTok, or other personal. Man, they don't. Apparently, the Vatican does not like social media or other personal interests closely linked to the event. Gravely immoral actions. Oh yeah, now it gets to psychological alterations or psychopathic tendencies in the person that may have exerted influence on the alleged supernatural event. Or that doesn't need to be explained any. I think we all get that. Psychosis, collective hysteria. I got to think about collective hysteria. Okay, there have been lots of group sightings, and authority tends to say collective hysteria. Aerial school. Okay, right? Aerial school phenomenon. They said collective hysteria. And it's like, and almost traceable to a pathological context. Bread mold, bad air, bad water. Right? Yeah, we're at the bottom of it now. Regardless of the final approved determination, which will take a long time, we're not talking hours, we're talking like weeks. The diocesan bishop must continue to watch over the phenomenon, people involved, exercising his ordinary power. Okay. And there are citations here, but I don't have anything to cite for, right? 1124, right there, right? 1116, I don't know what they're citing, right there. And yeah, okay. So if you see, now let me get back to just me talking here, right? Now, what they're saying is if you see something in the sky, on the ground, anything, and you're Catholic, anyone really, they want you to call them and they want you to go to your local diocese, local bishop, and I guess there's going to be a report to be filed, like a Google Docs or something. Could you imagine? Can you imagine that being happening? Okay, I'm back here with y'all. Let me look at this. Okay. Raven, in a lot of ways, they are still relevant. Okay. And in a lot of ways, they are still relevant. But I know what you're getting at, right? That knowledgeable things us peasants don't know anything about. We are not those guys. We are not the muggles. They're talking about muggles, right? They're talking about muggles. And it's perfect to say that, hey, Monty, welcome back. Great to see you. And okay, like I said, in a lot of ways, it's still relevant. And they do know a lot about that stuff. And I was in Keith's chat a little while ago, and I said, the the Vatican is getting involved in modern ufology. And he goes, what do you mean getting involved? They've been involved for centuries, and they have. They have witnesses. I saw this thing on TikTok. I can't play no videos on here, right? I saw this thing on TikTok where witnesses were let into the Vatican somehow, and they said they saw skeletal remains of non-human somethings, right? So, first of all, witness in the Vatican makes me very suspicious. That place is locked up as tight as the Pentagon here, the White House. Well, apparently better than the White House, you know, because we all know what happens at the White House, finding bags of white stuff, and apparently it's all hush hush. You shouldn't talk about it. Whatever. But okay. Anything that obscures the faith, yeah. Okay. And let's see here. I am I had there is a video, it is already linked, talking about the Jesuits looking for aliens in the Arizona desert. I can't, I'm going to play it, but I'm going to do subtitles for everybody, right? Or I'm going to try. Let's see if I can make this thing work, if it plays at all. And let's see here. All right. And there's no sound, right? Let me go ahead and like max it out there. Max it out there. Max it out there. There. Okay. Come on. There we go. Okay. I will try to just read this. All right. The church is also interested in readers talking about the. Indeed, the Vatican has its own observatory in Rome. Jesuit astronomers are also looking into the heavens in Mount something in the Arizona desert. Mount Graham in Arizona. Oh, this is hard to do. You know what? Link will be in the description. Okay. But yeah, they're all about that. They're all about that. Well, that was interesting. Let me do my sound check back up there and everything, huh? Huh. Yeah, we had some technical difficulties. Oh, everything was gone. I got booted from my own show. I'm gonna blame the weather officially, but also just as official, I'm gonna say shadow banned by the Catholics. Yeah. Hey, Aussie Tiger. Welcome back, man. You came in right after a huge glitch. The Jesuits tried to knock me offline. I didn't know they were doing shadow banning. And yet you can't spell quantum without tech difficulty. Oh, did it? Made a lot of interesting sounds for a minute. Oh, well, it it might be in the playback. I'll go check it out. Yeah. Um, yeah, this some it seems like the reason I'm covering this, right? Now, I do not have any personal experience with these guys, okay? With the Jesuits or the Catholics, they won't talk to me. They won't talk to me. I left the church 30 years ago, right? And they don't want to talk to me. However, it's still within the quantum realm of things because they're also here. They're saying, "Do you see UFOs?" And there's a lot more to it, right? I've covered one article, posted up one video, and there are other things about UFOs, right? And it's all about supernatural guidelines, and they want to talk about how to judge UFOs. Does it have anything to do with them? Are they in contact? And if they do make contact, tell your bishop, tell the Pope, or tell the Vatican, and then they will guide you from there. And this is where a lot of the demon stuff comes in. Because if someone sees, here's the deal, right? Oh, did I get blooped? Okay. Okay. Well, it wasn't anything that wasn't look up that you're able to research. It wasn't a secret thing. It was literally from CNN through a British website. So let that be that. Link in the description right now. I put that link in there right now. Yeah, and Joe is showing Vatican Observatory.org. Yeah. I have not looked at that website, but I will probably during the panel. And let's see here. Was I bleeped and blooped? Was I? Because I got a thing for that. Bleeps and bloops right there. So yeah, why am I even addressing this, right? If someone was to see a 7 foot tall, uh, a 7 foot tall praying mantis, 8 foot tall, 9 foot tall praying mantis anywhere in their lives, they're gonna scream demon because it's so scary and such an interference of their norms, right? Most people, not us. By the way, if you ever see a giant praying mantis, they're there to observe and tell them coffee will be ready in a minute and text me. Okay. Can I get, okay, go ahead and give me another sound check because I'm not seeing any chat. Destic, don't do that. Well, at least don't call the Vatican. Just sit there, right, and wait for it. Okay, I sound okay now. Let me get this off there. But if anyone sees, okay, thank you. Sound good. Sound is good. All right, but for real, see what you're saying? That is what is the expected reaction: fear, panic. Oh my God, it's a monster. Oh my God, it's a demon. And then they'll say, what did they do? And not, I've seen these interviews before. What did it do? They couldn't get a straight answer because the guy was so full of fear and he can't remember because of trauma response of blocking out the memories. So get ready for it now, right? Get ready for this stuff to happen now because other people say it, but I will say it. The Vatican is putting this stuff out now because they know stuff is about to get really weird really fast, even faster than lately. I'm not talking about tic tacs and go fast and news and whatever. I'm talking about things in your face. Like, oh, I don't know, aliens at the grocery store, aliens at a Comic-Con, real aliens, not dressed up costumes. But get ready, watch for it. And okay, show news. Let's say, yeah, 41 minutes, why not? It's the show news part, right? I have asked Storm and Shadow to take some of the hour long ones and some of the different things in that happened in the show, great one-liners, to make shorts. And so far, well, it's idea stages. So yeah, you know what, YouTuber? I want views. I want people to see what's going on here. You know, we all do. All the YouTubers do. And so I've asked him to do that and expect to see some shorts and small things pop up on the channel. So if you're subscribed and hit the bell, I really don't know what that does for the algorithm because I haven't studied that much, honestly. But when I upload something, you should get a notification if you hit the bell, notifications bell. And oh, is this a Rumble message? Yeah, it's a Rumble. Oh my God. Hold on. Speaking of promoting the show, right? This is so spammy. This person is already, the show's not even over yet. And he's on this, says, action required. Let's boost your Rumble channel. Greetings. I'm enthusiastic about boosting your Rumble channel's growth. This is from Rumble. Encouragement and revenue to new heights. With my skills and dedication, I'm committed to enhancing your online presence and achieving your goals. Let's team up to achieve unprecedented success together. At least they got the spelling right. I will not be doing this out of Toronto. Okay, I will not be doing this, Mr. What you call it? Rumble. Top Success One is not rumble.com. No. Delete. I will deal with the rest of that later. There ain't no rest of it. Just the show's not even over. I didn't know you could do that on Rumble. So, I talk about enhancing the YouTube algorithm, and I guess they're listening to the keywords over on Rumble, and the spammers are over there, like trying to harvest me and stuff. I'm not a pod person. I'm not a pod person channel. There's no other channel like this. Nothing can be like it. If you ever see another quantum show and it's not me and this name, it's not right. I mean, I like to say I'm one of the ones where people are stealing my content. They are not. They don't know what to do with this content, right? It's fringe of the fringe, and they don't know what to do with it. And you're definitely a spammer, right? So anybody who steals this, they don't know what to do with it. They don't know what to do with it once they get it. And the best thing they can do is troll me for a minute, and then nothing happens because the YouTube ufology scene doesn't really acknowledge me too much outside of Amy and Richie's shows. I'm okay with that. None of the other shows really acknowledge me. But I don't care. That's fine. Then it's not for them, right? But Amy and Rich do acknowledge me, and that's nice. A lot of y'all come from Amy's and Rich's shows, and that's cool. So, yeah, steal my soul. Tell me what you're gonna do with it. I like the Metalocalypse response of, "We'll give you a $10 gift card at Hot Topic for unlimited success." Remember that? I remember that. Oh man, but yeah, I'm not really trying to push the show because if this show makes it to whoever, they were meant to get it. All you guys, you were meant to get it. You were meant to be here, one way or another. I say it. If you're here, you're quantum. And right now, it shows me I have 18 watching. Welcome back. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. So, yeah. So back to the notes I took, right? Okay. Now, I want to go back to when I said I was told to basically mind my own business. She's done this a couple times, a few times, right? She is present. Zena's done this a couple times. She said I was watching a video of these two girls, and they were girls, right, at the time. I think they're older now, and they were remote viewing. Not really remote viewing, but they were calling it remote viewing. It's not remote viewing. They were psychically linking to a place. They're mediums, psychically linking to a place while they were watching someone else's video of the catacombs, and they were like visiting the catacombs. It's an interesting way of doing it. It can be done. It's an interesting way of doing it, but you got to be really good at it or really gifted. I have not been able to accomplish it. Don't need it, right? And they were talking about the catacombs, and I mentioned to her, it'd be neat. I could even go to the catacombs. I'm a grown up. Guys, y'all, she literally yelled in my ear, don't go to the catacombs. And I was like, okay, all right, fine. Well, I think in this case, it was less wordy and more of an idea of the concepts, right? Like, mind your own business. Don't mess with the Vatican. I'm not going to mess with no Vaticans. Okay, no Vatican people. I'm not going to mess with the Vatican because they got piety is crazy. Okay, you can see people, and all they have to do. It's kind of like what I call the quantum link, except they're using it. It's spell work, especially in the Catholics. It's all spell work. It's a kind of glamour spell that makes you look bigger and tougher and more important than you really are. And I witnessed this in action. It is a meditation. All right. I was in a Army school, AIT. I was in AIT, and this Catholic bishop who was high up in the chaplaincy came to visit the school. So he had all the piety going on. He had done the meditation. He had asked to be larger than life and an ultimate authority in the Catholic, and it worked. Okay, it worked. This guy walked around, and you thought he was just like electric and untouchable. Okay, and we were receptive to that because we're trainees mindset. Well, a few years goes by, and there's a big staff meeting in Europe. And I go to it, and guess who's there? Mr. Big Piety. And now he's stuttering and can't look straight. And he's like all intimidated by all the colonels walking around because he ain't no colonel. And the lieutenant generals walking around because he ain't that either. He's like a major. Well, that spell didn't work out for him the whole time. It only worked for us on training. And let me see. I'm looking. All right. But yeah, she basically told me don't mess with the Catholics and don't mess with the demons that they mess with. I ain't. Don't worry, I ain't. And I don't know, I still don't know why, but they don't want to mess with me neither. Whatever. Okay. I'm not pushing it. I'm not bragging. It just seems like I keep my distance. They tend to keep their distance too. And they don't. I've seen some stuff, y'all, right? I've seen where occupying spirits or possessions stop happening when I come around. I don't know if it's just luck of the draw or there's something about me. I don't know. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying. And yeah. Oh, yeah. I hear you. And also, Joe, they tended to disappear when we walked into a house. Yeah, I remember that. They got scarce, and I don't know why. They did that to me without the group. Without the group, they also did that to me. Hey, Brunklander RC, what's up? Welcome back. I've been going over why they're talking about ufology and paranormal in the Vatican and the things that they released, right? Vatican statement releases new stuff. And I read a whole lot of it. And I went over kind of what Amy was going over and Rich. It basically is, does it have anything to do with this? Can we do anything about it? Is it bothering you being Catholic? And don't try to sell stigmata cleanup kits. Okay? No promo items. That that was a funny part of the show, right? No promo items. Like and I compared it to Las Vegas and Florida, Tampa, the aliens that were seeing the giant aliens in Tampa, like uh aliens stole my tractor and all I got was this stupid t-shirt. That kind of stuff. Don't do that. They don't want people doing that. Right. Well, Zutiak, you're referring to what those girls were doing on their YouTube. Yeah, but I don't mean by the book remote viewing. Yes, that's what it is. It is the right term when you're looking at it literarily. But I'm talking about like the government started remote viewing with protocols. It's not what they're doing. They're but thanks and welcome to the Quantum Show. I didn't see you come in. Hey, thanks for coming by. And it is the right term because that's what they were doing. And but there's the protocols that the government came up with. I've got some books over here, right? Not good books, but books. And that's the protocol of remote viewing is what they're not doing. They're remote viewing it, but they're doing it like psychically, empathically, and not according to the rules put down by the guys, right? And yeah, but thanks for the comment, Zutia. Yes, okay. Vatican is preparing people to discern between ET and demons, maybe. Well, they want to be they the Vatican. I'm going to address that sentence. The Vatican seems to want to be in charge of how the people react, how their muggles react. I'm calling them muggles to that supernatural phenomenon. And to basically, there's a lot of keep the peace in here. Now, if they got some stuff that goes on, like in Peru, where the cops are outside and shit's flying all over the house, and that's definitely something going on, right? They're not selling Vatican cleanup or I can't remember stigmatic cleanup kits. They're not selling alien T-shirts and or nothing like that, right? Discern between ETs and demons. They don't want the people to discern. They want to be the ones to discern. Come to us. Don't make your own decisions. We're smarter. We're the Vatican, not us, right? ETs might have given the Vatican a marching order to prepare people of faith, not to treat them like demons when they're revealed. Question. Well, it sounds like when you put it that way, it sounds like they picked a side and they're going to go with whoever when someone shows up, say a mantis person, right? Which is not going to happen, right? It's not going to happen. Tell you more on that later. But if it's 8 foot tall praying mantis shows up and offers you a cup of coffee, they're going to want you to refer to them, and they will say, "Hey, it sounds like to me, do they have an agreement with these guys or do they not?" And they don't need to be bringing humans coffee. So it sounds like they're going to be trying to police their people against aliens as well as because they've had stuff in place for demons a long time. And but they know something's going to happen. They know something is going to happen. So let's see. Reading. We've got a lot of that already. They've got plenty of that already. So, but good perspective, Bronklander. Good perspective. Yeah. They're basically okay. Let me go back to your comment here. These are all questions, right? Is the Vatican preparing people to discern between ETs and demons? Well, not really. They're saying when you see something, you tell your bishop and we'll take care of it for you. We'll send out the Jesuit black ops. What is it? We need names. We need names for these guys. Jesuit black ops? What, men in robes? Men in black robes? ETs might have given the yeah. Okay. I don't think they're in charge. I am with Keith that there is a federation and a council, and the Vatican is definitely involved in them, but they're not in charge of anything. The aliens, I mean, the aliens, they don't give them marching orders. They may come up with agreements. And okay, not to say that there aren't demons out there. There are. We're all aware. We've seen real life stuff to give every indication. We've seen real life stuff happen. And so they're not talking about, and especially not us. I don't know if any of us are Catholic practicing or whatever, but we are. Oh, Lynn, they did get invited to the party as of 2014. Antarctica, right back to Antarctica. See, right back to Antarctica. And I am not going to be surprised one bit that they got an open line of communication. I bet they got their own crystal network, totally isolated from everybody else's. So, oh, well, they're governing their own muggles, their own sheeple, the people of the Catholic Church. They're wanting to do it their own selves. For the Catholics, they want their people to be run by them, not by the governments, right? Because obviously the government wants money, and obviously they don't like the governments, and they don't want uh, for-profit scientists getting on TikTok and stuff and telling them how to think. And so they're trying to basically do what they've always done and control their people, right? Dogmatic things have been in the past for demons. Come to us, call your priest, call your bishop, get them out there. They will determine, now this is from the Vatican. They will determine if you have a demonic thing going on, spiritual, what do you need to do about it? And well, when someone does that, right? They're going to examine and try to blame the victim. I've seen this. Well, you have horror movies that did it. You have Sugar Skulls that did it. You do Halloween that did it. Oh, and they try to blame them, the poor guys. But them's the Catholics, right? And now I think we've done a pretty good job of covering what was going on. Okay. And I want to go over some context stories that would have been interesting. We'll do that over in the panel. Priest Busters. Love it. Good one. Played with an organ. Dun, 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 dun. Priest Busters. Good one. Oh, yeah. I love, yeah. Okay. And it's, Bronca's saying, it said that the Anunnaki are coming back. What if the actions of the Vatican now are like the Empire doubling their efforts before the Emperor arrives? Right. Could be, but I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure about that. But they are talking about interdimensional stuff a lot. That could be that. Because, the way the Anunnaki are described, I don't think they can exist on Earth. They can exist in space. But their whole deal was to get us to do their work for them because they couldn't exist here. Remember? They had a hard time with the atmosphere. They had a hard time existing in this environment. So that's why they got us to do it in the first place. And I don't think they're coming back. Um, but that is a good idea because something is coming. Keith, I will ask you in panel if you're able to make it. What was the original story behind something is on its way and there's a fleet around the sun? I would really, you touched on it a little bit when I asked you a couple months ago. I would really like to go back over that. And also, coming up on the panel, I want to say, I want to talk about contact stories. And the only ones I can compare are my own and a couple that I've read about. But mine, we'll talk about it. It seems like people are restrained or hobbled or like working in handcuffs when they're being contacted. And there's a Sylvia Brown story. Oh, blast from the past. There's a Sylvia Brown story in there too. And it was in a book that I read of hers. And it was a fan submission. And I always remembered this. Talk about it in the panel. Okay. Y'all, that has been the first hour quantum show. Thank you for coming by. We have kept it super quantum. It got hot in here, and I got the air conditioner running and an exhaust fan and everything. And it got hot in here. And look, every time I talk about the church, the Jesuits try to cut me off. It's that Starlink, what it's doing. It's interfering with my T-Mobile. Okay, Bron. Let's clarify. Anunnaki are totally okay in this atmosphere. It was the atmosphere on their homeworld that needed the restoration. Want to say this before we go, right? They couldn't do the work because they couldn't exist very, very well here. Read the stories, right? Yeah, they were wearing spacesuits the whole time, as far as I can understand. And hey, my Sky New Zealand, thanks for coming around. I'm addressing one last thing. And well, they were talking about how they couldn't do the work and they tried to get us to do the work, but they brought their own people with them too, which is we'll go over another show. Okay, thanks everybody. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. This has been the Quantum Show with the Vatican. Nobody wants to guest star with me on the Vatican shows. And every time I talk about these are one of the powers that be. See you later, OB2. We'll be back on the panel. But every time I talk about the powers that be, they try to cut me off. That's called shadow banning, straight up. And it's been this show right here, Ufology in the Vatican. If you're a ufology fan or investigator or something, and you are Catholic, I would love to hear what you say. Make a video. Let me talk to you on here, not on here. I'm personally interested in what you got to say. All right. Hey, Diane, great. I'm glad you were able to listen in. So talk to y'all soon. I'll be on the panel. If I missed somebody out here, sorry about that. All right. Yep. Coffee time, definitely. Hey, Zutiak, thank you. Thank uh okay, yeah, let's thank you. Appreciate it. All right. And we're keeping it quantum. I'm glad it seemed like a good show to everybody because it felt really good to me. Because this, I love it when I can actually talk about something I know about. I don't have to go off of anything else or feelings. I grew up Catholic. I understand what they do, how they do it. I walked around the building, the 10 stations of the cross. Oh my, or however many. All right. And like Tim says, oh, I've been queued. I have been queued. It's time for this, y'all. Oh, come on. Pushing buttons. Thanks, everybody. See you on the panel if you can make it. If not, it'll be a replay. Thanks.